completed Metro 2033 Redux, and I can say it is a pretty good time. I like it. It is $3 or $4 on Steam, and pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Um, yeah, the game it is a shooter. It has been redone pretty well. Uh, Yeah, at first, I will tell you this: it is hard to understand the controls. If you're playing Ranger mode, and I don't know why you wouldn't, it is difficult to understand what is going on. You have to be able to wipe your screen, change your filter, so many different things that you must be able to do. The NPCs are pretty cool. You get this one station, and the bartender he passes out in front of you because he's been drinking a swill, so that's pretty cool. One of the guys that opens the door, he asks for bourbon to give him something, and bourbon doesn't do it. I like bourbon a lot. I'm not sure why. Bourbon is one of many NPCs that kind of guides you along the game. I don't remember being around so many NPCs when I played this game for the first time, perhaps a decade ago. It was probably more than that, actually. I don't remember being. You're basically like a baton that gets handed between each of the NPCs, and that's kind of cool. I like the fact that I'm not alone. This game would be scary and depressing like BioShock if you were alone the whole time. There is a somewhat of a debacle when deciding what to buy. Um, it So I did not use almost any of the military grade ammo for most of the game. I stockpiled it, and I don't know what to spend the money on really. I bought this VSV or whatever, and I spent like 70. That's the most I ever spent on the gun is 70. Usually, you're gonna find pretty good guns just sitting around the map. You're gonna find good guns, and you're gonna be like, okay, this is great. When bourbon gets captured, you want to go to the left side of the vent, and on the very back of the of that area is a it's the pipe gun or whatever it's called, the bastard gun, and that thing is fully upgraded. So just save your ammo till then and pick up that gun. It's pretty good. The bastard gun's an okay gun. It doesn't do very much damage, but you can actually see how much ammo you have on the clip, which is nice. When it's fully upgraded with the silencer and the scope and the heat compensator, it's good. I don't know what the heat compensator actually does. It says in the lore of the gun that the gun overheats a lot. It didn't ever overheat on me, and if it did do that, I'm not sure what it did. I really want to like the pistol, but after the beginning, there isn't much use for it. It can hit the Nosalises, I think, with a headshot. If you shoot them with a headshot, it's pretty good. It'll kill them. It'll kill people pretty good too, but then again, so will the assault rifles. And the assault rifles are really bad in the Nosalises. The main threat in the game is the Nosalises. They are in this, yeah, they can take so much ammo. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Even the military grade shit they will laugh at it. By far, my favorite gun in the game is the duplet. It's just pretty good. It's just pretty good, and here's why: is when you fight the Nosalises, you just give them two barrels at once. You just blast them away with two barrels, and it just kills them. Automatic. There's no negotiation. You just let them get kind of close. You fire the two barrels. Does it need the laser sight? No. But does the laser sight make it a little easier to use? Yes. Then you get the quad barrel for the duplet, and that is awesome because you just dump 2 rounds in one, dump 2 rounds in the other. I did not use the really cool looking shotgun with the shells on the side of it because the duplet was just so good. No reason to switch to that. I just remember when I used to play this game so long ago that it took forever to reload that thing, and one shell will not kill them. So there's no reason not to fire two shells at the time. I didn't use the bike gun. I don't remember the bike gun even being a part of the game when I played it before. I think it might be an addition in the Redux. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. There's a new gun. I do remember using the machine gun shotgun, and that thing's so bad. It is. It is terrible. It is just no. It is. The shells do less damage than the duplet does, so it takes 3 or 4 shells instead of 2 shells to kill the Nosalises. And this is so problematic. You know, it says in the description of the weapon, you go through the ammunition quick. The one thing cool that it can do, it shoots off a bunch of shells at once. It shoots off like, I don't know, 5 or 6. And so pretty good for killing the 1 or 2 demons that you have to fight, but not worth it. There's a flamethrower you can switch out for the machine gun shotgun. I was afraid of doing that because I had not seen any fuel tanks the whole game, and then the game dumped so many fuel tanks on you. So probably better if you want a close range weapon to just take the flamethrower, to be honest. It makes everything I say not worth it. You always want to have a bullet gun, a bullet shooter gun with you, just so you can shoot the military grade ammunition, just in case you have to. But once again, you know, I've just played this game and I'm not too sure exactly what to tell you to do when it comes to buying the guns. I will tell you this: spend your money on ammo because it's a bitch to run out of ammo. It's such a bitch to run out of ammo. And I mean, shit, I just sold all the ammunition for all the other guns. You early on you get the pneumatic gun and it's pretty good. I mean, it's silenced. Pumping it's a bitch, but it didn't make the stealth missions easy. But the bastard gun with the silencer makes the stealth missions even easier. So I want to like the pneumatic gun, didn't do it. I want to like the dart gun. I just didn't see that many darts lying around. So I was loath to pick it up. You can definitely feel comfortable selling a gun at the market because you'll find another gun to replace it. But once again, brings up the question, what will you buy it with? Upgrades are excellent. Purchase upgrades. When you have a gun you like the duplet, I would recommend just upgrading it. Something great about this game is as soon as it takes you outside and lets you run by yourself, there's demons above you. So you want to stay outside. Sorry, you want to stay inside, and then your gas mask makes it so you want to move forward. I think at the very bare minimum, I got to around 6 minutes of gas. And the gas was not that big of a deal, but you still want to collect it. There's always a reason to steal and find things and scavenge. You're always wanting to do that. The chests are fun to search for. Towards the beginning of the game, you definitely need to find everything in the chests. There was this one point when you have to destroy the tunnel and then destroy the airlock. I had to restart the whole game. Luckily, I wasn't too far into it. But still, it wasn't very cool to have to restart the game. I ran out of ammo because I was shooting everything that Nosalis is. I think they should just be called Nosalis. But I came through with a duplet and I street sweep them. Buy as many shotgun shells as you can at the vendors. Shotgun shells and machine gun ammunition is great. If you want to figure out how to make the pneumatic gun work, I'm sure there's a way to do it. But I would just see myself getting stuck in a firefight, having to pump it, and then dying. You don't have to kill people. You can knock them out, which is kind of cool because I think that's what Artyom would actually do. I don't think he'd go around killing as many people as I did. This game is cool because it has a lighter and a flashlight. You know, not just one or the other. Then sometimes I just pull out the lighter. Kind of a cool touch. No fluid required for the lighter, so very, very cool. When you're on the gun turret, you have to use the left stick instead of the right one, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it took me a little while to figure out that. There's a point when you're fighting the Nazis and they're fighting the demons, and I'm not really sure exactly what to do because the demon doesn't kill all of them. And they don't kill the demons, so this comes to the point of not really sure what to do with the grenades. I don't really know what to do. The flame ones are really good if you throw like 3 or 4 of them at a time. They can help keep the Nosalises off your back, kind of. I mean, they kind of run around it, but sometimes they run through it. It's hard to hit them with any grenades. The grenades are really good for the Nazis. The fragmentation grenades are good for the Nazis. There's a point when there's a patrol of like, I shit you not, half a dozen of them. You just toss it there and kill all of them. They probably should have been smarter with the B and patrol like that, I guess. The Nazis have so much ammo. I'm sorry, armor. It is crazy how much armor they have. They have so much armor. It is startling. The bastard gun does not do much against it. I was hoping when you go with the commies that you would actually get to see the Nazis actually like shoot down the conscripts, but they're more content to just shoot each other across the bridge, which probably makes sense because I don't even think the communists would be that short-sighted. It's something that they say in this game is that the librarians were once human, which is horrifying. And so this begs the question, are the Nosalises also once human? Kind of horrifying to think of. They're referred to as mutants a lot in the game, but you know, it's like mutant what? Mutant what? They were mutant humans? And this would go to explain why all of the creatures in this game are halfway, you know, they're like quadruped. So Jamik, comrade, hello, I did not see you there. I've been lost in my words. It has been so long, so very long. I'm discussing Metro 2033 Redux. And I must say, I'm a bit disappointed that there were no swastikas on the Nazi flags. So I understand, yes, you must be politically correct now and not have the swastikas, but what is more politically correct than killing literal Nazis? These guys aren't even neo-Nazis. They're just Russian Nazis. So I figure as long as you're killing them, hey, you know, no big deal. They have Nazi flag, you kill them, right? I mean, I'm not the super duper edgy, give me 100 Nazi scalps kind of a guy. But at the end of the day, you know, if you're doing God's work, I think they get to deserve to wear the Nazi flag. I must give Castle Wolfenstein or Return to Wolfenstein some credit here because they actually have Nazi flags in their games and they continue to have releases. Whoever did this Redux, they had cold feet, and so the Nazis can't be actual Nazis. When you first see the flag, it's like sideways, and it's a stylized R, but it looks like it's like in Arabic or something, and you're like, oh, what does that say? They weren't in the game for very long, but I guess it's kind of neat that they're the last people you fight because they are armed to the teeth. They are absolutely armed to the teeth, and they are armored as well. It's kind of cool to see the armored pieces flying off of them. But there's no really great way to deal with them. You can throw the throwing knives. Very good at the game. Very good. Get good at using the throwing knives. They're very good at the game. But it just seems like some Nazis are killing one hit, others they do not, and they both seem to be equally armored. Not sure what's going on. Spent my money and I got the better one right afterwards. But maybe the 70 bullets was worth it. Yeah, it is very difficult to hear if someone is below me or above me. I'm not sure if that is on my end or not. It was just difficult sometimes to hear. Um, the Nazis say at one point the commies are coming, and they refer to you as a commie the whole time, which is kind of funny. It kind of just shows that they're, ideologically driven to the point that they have blinders on. They overuse some assets. The little boy on the flashback to the playground, he has the same messed up jacket that the little boy in the metro has. It has like a little hole in it right here. Yeah, kind of like what my shirt is like. But they use a blurry effect to lessen it. The baby crying is Sasha, and he's not a baby. He is at least a toddler or maybe a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old. And then you're walking through this this pipe, and you don't have your weapon drawn, and the shadow has you. Well, yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, you can see my shadow back there. The shadow looks just like this, as if you're holding the gun, but you're not. So those were really the only 3 nitpicks I had. I died a lot during this game. But it's a good game. My tone, I think, decreased as I went through this. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good game. There's so much flavor here, and there is so much exploration as to what humanity is and how they're dealing with it, and it's so much exploration, really. The humans say they say this early on in the game. Well, you can. Oh yeah, I think Bourbon says some people say you can you can hear the pipe singing, but that's crazy. And then Khan later in the game, he shows you how to listen to the pipes, and it's an actual thing. Or maybe you're just going crazy. That could be it as well. There's some crazy cool visuals in the game. Pretty cool visuals to kind of break it up. Like sometimes it's like, oh, there's a theme here. There's a theme here, but this game is more than just the theme. Every asset in this game is doing with locomotions and trains and shit like that. So you never really escape that. And by the end of it, me as the player preferred to be underground than above ground. The ground, the sky is just scary. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to be out there. I am like a little burrowing fucking rat. And so they say that the atomic warfare not only destroyed the real world, but limbo, heaven, and hell. And then later in the game, they say that the humans, the people, were forced to languish where hell used to be. So that's a great I don't know, poetry or something there. Great poetry or something there. I distinctly remember in the first game that I could choose whether or not I wanted to nuke the Dark Ones. The Dark Ones start off as an enigmatic threat in this game, and then you see them roaming around, and then they whisper to you. But they just felt like a background kind of a thing. I don't know. I didn't feel like they were super pressing. I felt like, life goes on, It's just another mutant that's out there. Just another mutant, but it makes sense because the beginning of the second game, which I'll be playing soon, is also $4. I'll be playing that soon, and the game assumes that you killed the Dark Ones, which, yeah, I was going to do it just to make sure the game synced up. Oh no, it's a very flavorful game. I play on the Ranger mode at the second highest difficulty. It would have been harder to play it on the other one. I might get to it. I might get to it. I don't know. I might get to it. It's a pretty cool game. I think that really there's replayability here just in getting the perfect weapon loadout and knowing when to change out your weapons. By the end of the game, I ran out of ammo for my. I ran out of ammo for my primary. I ran out of ammo for my secondary, but I had 100 something extra bullets. So you take out the clip, you put it back in, and added bonus on Ranger mode is that you can actually see, if you hold down the Y button, you can actually see how many military grade ammunition you have left, which you can't really do that with the other ammunition. You're just kind of a guessing game, and when you run out, and it's just like, oh shit. Once again, like the other game I've reviewed, it's just all the teeny tiny details. Like when you reload the duplet, if you fire one shot, he will reload one shot in. If you fire two shots, three, there's a separate animation for him reloading all four of the barrels. They did not need to do that. They could have just as easily have him dump them all out and then have him put them in one at a time. But they did that. There are so many details. The game actively rewards you for peeking around the map. And the reason why they would need to reward you so much, and maybe I can turn up my sensitivity, maybe it was on my end, but Artyom is not a war fighter. He doesn't move around like Call of Duty. It is a laboring, it is a labor just to move around, even to look around. But that labor is rewarded. And I mean, you just look in like the nook and cranny of each of the carts, and there you will find a little couple bullets. I'm not sure even because there's these clips, right? I'm not even sure how much ammo is in each clip. Don't know. It's overall a good shooter, and I bought all these I think for a total of $30 or $40 together. And I easily got my money for it. It's a classic shooter that takes me all the way back, but somehow it's put together. It's put together pretty well. All in all, the Redux, fantastic. I got my nostalgia trip.